Hey y'all. um, I'm watching an art video in the background of watching a lot of art therapy videos to help me through my thing. Gosh, I look so fuzzy, I'm fuzzy as hell. Damn son. Um, it's all good. um, yeah, I've been in a very contemplative space. Um, I had to take some time off from work to do this very immersive therapy thing. It's like 10 hours, 12 hours of therapy a week, hardcore. Um, and so many things are coming up that I guess I didn't. I mean, I knew that there were things with me going on like that are um, connected to why the hell I go so hard with all the things that I'm doing, why I'm, so sort of, I guess, semi addicted to the work that I'm doing. And yeah, a lot of it's because of the things I've gone through. Um, struggling with my lupus, with all the complications with the lupus. Heart attacks, strokes, paralysis, nerve damage, um, physical pain, like brain fogs that like literally jack you up. And I was actually going over some of the videos from the podcast because I've been like pre-recording them. Because live videos are a lot more complicated to do than like let on. Just sure. um, yeah. So I've been recording them. And so I'm able to rewatch them. And it's wild as hell. Like I don't know if y'all look if y'all are aware of what like a dynamic disability is, but what a dynamic disability is a disability that's not always the same. I'll see my big ass pile of books right there. Yeah, sorry. See my big ass pile of books that I'm reading. Um, yeah, no. I, when I tell you that sometimes my lupus showed up in the most wild ways in some of the interviews. um, and I hope that folks understand that over time that like that's just the way my brain is sometimes. That I might not be able to carry on a sentence. I might not be able to read all the things all the way through. I might not be able to um, get a question out in a way that's 100% clear. Um, and so I'm actually glad. No, y'all, I'm actually glad. I'm glad that I have that proof that does happen. Because sometimes people don't believe me. They're like, "What brain fog? Your brain's totally fine." And I'm like, "Is it though?" And so that just makes it sometimes even more complicated when asking for any kind of supports or accommodations or anything like that. And that just very much reminds me that like on one hand, I'm a very capable person. I'm a very capable person. But I also do struggle sometimes. But the wild thing is like we all do. All of us. And it's so amazing to me that this inverted, that's the left, this is the right. This inversion freaks me out a little bit, a little weird. Anyway, um, it just reminds me that I am so good at masking. Now, what is masking, you may ask? Well, let me tell you. Masking is when you fake the funk that you're okay. And I think a lot of folks associate masking with like ADHD, for example, like pretending to be okay, um, seeing what people are doing and mimicking them. But it's way more nuanced than that. And I think that some people don't look at disability, whether it's our varying conditions or varying disabilities or aging into disability or any of the like, that like we're not that people with like specifically chronic illnesses, especially if they're invisible, especially if they're rare, or you have a specific kind, and in your kind of disability, you've got some things going on that are very rare, like I do. Um, they don't see it that way, and it's quite frustrating and isolating, and I'll just be honest, lonely as hell to have people not believe what you're dealing with and what you're going through, and not believe any of the things that you're saying, um and thinking that you're doing certain things because you're a bad person, or you're up to like nefarious activity or something. I don't know. I just been thinking a lot lately about, I guess, with all this goddamn therapy I'm doing, it's got me thinking a lot internally, not only about how I'm perceived by others, um, but also just how I'm interacting with them, or how my disability is showing up when I'm doing umpteen things. Like Thursday, for example, I'm going to do my vaccine in the morning, and then I have a couple of meetings, and then I have therapy, and then I have no, I don't have meetings. I have no, that's that's the other days. See? And this is where I write everything down. Everything. Um, because my brain will just totally jack it up and remix it and flip it around and reverse it, and then suddenly it's a Missy Elliott thing in my head, and it's like what? And if you don't get it, look, I make a lot of pop culture references when I'm speaking, so it's okay. Just too many times on the internet. Look up Missy Elliott. Look it up. You'll see it up. You'll see it. Anyway, my brain does that often. Flips it around and reverses it, and suddenly, um, what I thought was ABC is really Alif Lamba. That's Arabic for you, in case you don't know that. Um, but Arabic on another planet rather than on Earth. And yeah. So I think therapy has me thinking a lot about all the things. Like Friday, for example, I had to go to the ER. Um and I was worried about getting work done. I was worried about getting assignments done. I was worried about getting all these tasks done. And I was in the therapy thing yesterday. I forgot it's only Tuesday. Um and the way this therapy is put together, Charlie Health, if you want to sponsor an advertisement, I'm glad to do it. This is my stage right here. Glad to do it. So it's with Charlie Health, just so you know. And so the way they do it is they have group therapy throughout the week, and then you meet with your own individual therapist. And my individual therapist and I are meeting on Friday, which I'm kind of excited to meet with her. Um, but one of my group mates was like, "Wait a minute, you were just in the ER. You went through this whole wild ass thing. Sounds like it was wild as hell. Doesn't matter if you have anything to grieve or not. Did you even rest?" And I was like, "Bruh, whoa." And so what that just showed me was that capitalism has thoroughly infiltrated my brain, even if I'm not down with capitalism. I'm just I'm just I'm just not. And I'm not because it's exhausting as hell. It's exhausting as hell, and it does not care if you are not well enough to break your body to do all the things. Um and so sorry, this painting is just coming together so beautifully. I think I'll kind of want to do my own version tomorrow. Or not tomorrow. I won't be here tomorrow, but not Thursday, Friday. One of the days. I'm gonna do one of those. Anyway, yeah, so it just reminded me, and I just did another filmed another episode. And it just reminded me that I need to be kinder to myself while my disability is as dynamic as it is. Um, just by definition, because the way lupus acts, it's always gonna be. Um, and that I really and truly just need to be kind to myself because this is what I got going on. And that's the whole point of disability equity and of kindness to oneself, and taking rest. Like being restful, I feel like in capitalism is just not often allowed or celebrated or even like paid attention to. Um, Capitalism is like, no, let's get you to work till your wheels fall all the way off. And it's like, well, wait, no, I need my wheels. And granted, Will might be like, what you need wheels for? You don't got you got no wheels in one knee. Wheels mean legs, but also like wheels go beyond legs, um because it could be anything that is giving you the drive to do whatever it is that you're doing or not doing, you know what I mean? So like doing this episode tonight really reminded me that I need to be kinder to myself, and that I need to give myself, like, it's one thing to expect other people to give yourself grace, but it's a whole nother thing to give yourself that same grace and to be kind to yourself when you're going through things. And to recognize that, yeah, you sometimes you're gonna struggle. Yeah, sometimes shit's gonna be hard. Yeah, sometimes you won't be able to do all the things. And that does not mean you're garbage. That doesn't mean you need to be thrown away. That doesn't mean that you need to be bullied or called names or torn down or treated like shit. No, that means that you need to pause for a minute, take a moment, recognize that, like, oh snap, life is life. Earth is woof. And y'all know me. I read and listen to all kinds of things. In addition to having a pile of books right there, I have a pile of books back there. Listen, y'all. I thoroughly enjoy reading. Um, and I write a lot too. Um, and as an aside, quick aside, I'm also working on my book, so there's that. But in any event, it just reminds me that, being kind to yourself is a gift you can give yourself every day, and that you don't have to tear yourself down just because the world is tearing you down, but also, in fact, you should lift yourself up even more so because the world is tearing you down. And that you should be your biggest cheerleader. Always, always, always. No matter how dynamic your disability is. If you're having brain fogs all the time up the wazoo, don't beat yourself up about it. Give yourself some grace. Take a moment. Maybe you need to have a day where you're just chilling in bed, watching TV, resting yourself. Sometimes you need to just take a moment and just say, you know what? No, I'm not going to answer emails. No, I'm not going to answer these calls. No, I'm not going to go to this event. And I know I'm preaching to the choir. And also, I need to say the same thing to myself straight up. Um, but that doesn't mean that we don't need to recognize that in ourselves and not and be our biggest cheerleader, but also be our biggest comfort with all the stuff that's going on. So be kind to yourself. Really and truly, be kind to yourself because no one else is going to be kind to you. And I paused on purpose. No one else is going to be kind to you. So you be kind to you. And you recognize that you need the support as well. And you need the grace as well. And you need the rest as well. So that's a little message for tonight. Be kind to yourself. While disability is quaking and aching and shaking and baking. And I will see y'all very soon. You have a good night, y'all.